Alright everyone, welcome back to the Magpie Channel TV. Hope you are all enjoying your Sunday afternoon. I certainly was, enjoying this little Sunday roast. And I hear the news come through on Twitter from the main man himself, the transfer king, Fabrizio Romano, saying that Lloyd Kelly to Juventus is happening. Aye, so let's hope this one does go through, mainly for the purpose of FFP, and, well, because Kelly hasn't played that much football for the Toon since joining only last summer on a free from Bournemouth, and also, he hasn't looked very good when he has played. But on Kelly, we'll talk about Kelly in a minute. Let's just talk about the headline, and talk about what we think should happen, what will happen, and as always, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. But on this Sunday afternoon, I was hoping for some good news today, and I'm hoping for some transfer activity in the next couple of weeks, while the window does remain open. As I've said for a while now, next week things should heat up because there is no midweek's game now, because there's no 2-3 games in a week. We've got a week's break now until the game against Southampton next Saturday, so there's no excuse to not be getting busy behind the scenes. Not how with these misses, how in Mitchell, not like that, but with transfers. They need to make things happen. I think yesterday proved how tired this squad is, and that thrashing from Bournemouth, that embarrassing defeat from the Cherries, how weak we are in squad depth, because when the players are looking tired and fatigued like they were yesterday, there's no one to really call on to help them out, especially up front. Right wing, no. Almiron was on the bench, but need help to Murphy. So we need that right winger. Hopefully Almiron leaves this week, get another right winger in, top quality winger who can help with goals and assists. There's a big boost. Again, Wilson injured, as per usual, so there's no striker to come on and help Alexander Isak, who had a very quiet game himself, to be fair. Don't think he had a shot on target until the 86th, 88th minute or something like that, when he was going for that record as well. So, apart from Willisula, those are examples. The centre-backs, aging, slow, really bad performance from Shaw and Byrne and Tino and everyone yesterday, to be honest with you. Trippier when he came on, crap, man. Like, so crap. So, and listen, everyone was really, apart from maybe Tonali, and the Dubravka conceded 4, but after I watched the game back this morning, he actually did pull off a few saves now, so we're lucky to get out of there with only 4 goals scored past it, to be fair. Patrick Kluivert's son, Justin, having an absolute field day. Crimea River, never mind Justin Kluivert, Justin Timberlake at St James's Park yesterday. My days. Anyway, let's have a read of what Romano has tweeted regarding Juventus trying to sign Lloyd Kelly. We've got their 2.5 minutes in. Juventus have asked for Lloyd Kelly as new centre-back, with verbal bid rejected by Newcastle. That was for a loan with an option to buy. There's a clause in there, so Juve have approached Newcastle for Lloyd Kelly, a loan with a buy option clause inserted, but Newcastle have rejected that. Juventus have remained interested in Newcastle United's centre-back despite that rejection. A 13 million proposal from Fenerbahce this week was also rejected, reports Romano. Juventus are now hoping to advance the fee for around 15 million euros. Deal on, is what he finishes with there. So Romano is confident that Kelly goes and joins him over there in Italy. So Romano is saying there that the deal is on. Juve are prepared to offer 15 million, and he reckons that Newcastle United would be very tempted to accept that. It's rumoured to be that Newcastle were holding out for about 16, 17 million from Fenerbahce after the 13 million got rejected earlier this week by the Turkish club putting the bid in. We rejected it from Mourinho's side. It started off at about a 6 million bid for Kelly from Galatasaray. They went up to 11 million, then 30 million. Newcastle held the ground, still saying no. Not sure what Fenerbahce's movements are on it, but now other teams are being alerted to Kelly's availability. Newcastle are obviously thinking now, right, well, we've got a centre-back there in Kelly, hasn't really been in form, isn't really playing, we've got him for free. If we can sell him for 15 million, make a pure profit on that, and the bloke is on crazy wages, remember. Some saying he's on 150 grand a week. I worked it out from a couple of finance websites that it was on about 136,000, was it? I said it in a video the other day, did the research, it's out there, but if you've got a spare time to kill, you can have a look at yourselves for the finance websites there to let you know what players' annual salaries are, and then you obviously split them up and stuff. So it was about 130, 140 grand a week, but people are saying he's on 150. I tell you what, even if you're half that, I'm not asked. If you still don't believe the reports or you just can't get your head around it like me, even if he was on 75, 80 grand a week, it's still bonkers for Kelly, to be honest with you. And it is looking like it is the 130, 140 grand a week, which is more than, you know, your Isaks and stuff, which is just mental stuff. So getting those wages off the books, getting a 15 million profit straight up, is an absolute no-brainer. And on Kelly, like I said at the start of the video, he's been poor for Newcastle. He hasn't really been getting minutes since he signed last summer on a free from Bournemouth. However, he hasn't had enough of a chance for me. I don't mind Kelly. I think he's a good player. I think he's a good squad player. I wouldn't be that arsed if we kept him. Whether we keep him or sell him, I'm just leaning towards sell because of how much it'll help with FFP and invest in a player that we actually need, and a better player than that, like a right winger or a better centre back than him. You know what I mean? So obviously we're whirling to Kusanov. It looks like he's went to, is it Man City now, Real Madrid? I think it's Man City for like 40 million euros. So we've obviously lost out on the young Uzbekistan centre back there. But if they've got a target like that in mind, and you can get 15 million for Kelly, then that pays for half, or a good 30% chunk of another defender that's actually highly rated and a better class. So that's what we're aiming for here. So that's why I could understand the sale of Kelly. And maybe Kelly's now thinking, this hasn't really worked out for me here either. How was asked about in his press conference the other day, he said Kelly hasn't asked him to leave, but is he really going to come out and say that? Even if he did, no. But Kelly, he may be sitting there saying, I'm sitting on the bench here, can I get a game? Apart from the Carabao Cup here and there, I'm not really making appearances. Burn and Shaw played every game this season pretty much, and you can see that with how tired they were yesterday. And then they're looking at, Sven Botman's came back, he's been chucked straight in. He looked absolutely done in yesterday, so he's playing a lot of minutes off the back of a big injury. Kelly's probably thinking, when am I even going to get my chance here? And Kelly is still 25, going on 26, so this is a decent age of a player, and it does give him a lot of hope going forward that, with Shaw and Burn now 32, 33, that he will get an opportunity, could step up, but he hasn't done that. In the moments we've seen him off the bench or games that he started, except Chelsea in the Cup, he's looked poor. And like I said, he needs minutes, so I don't want to judge him too much. He needs minutes, he needs game times, he needs a run of matches to get up to speed and understand his teammates and get fitness and sharpness levels up. But he hasn't impressed at all when coming in. So if you can get 15 million quid for someone that didn't cost you a penny, I think that's very, very good business from Newcastle. And then if you get 10 million for Almiron, who's obviously in his 30s now as well, very, very good business. So that gives you a good, 25 million in sales this window, something we've really struggled to do with PSR and FFP since it was brought in. So we must do that. If we can do that, then surely that leaves enough cash behind there, 50, 60 million, to go get that right winger we desperately need. To go get another centre-back, might probably be in the summer now, the Gahey when he was there last year, but get another centre-back in, like a Gahey, like a younger one, who can come in, because you could see yesterday that squad is struggling. It really is. It's suffering, it's slowing down, and huge credit to the players. They went on a brilliant 9 wins in a row. And yesterday was a shocking day at the office, abysmal, embarrassing to be honest with you, really bad defending especially. But they are getting pushed to the limits. He's trying to play the same team every week. Is obviously going to run his course. You're playing with the same 11 week in, week out. They're going to get tired in 3 games in a week and stuff. So, I know there was 9 changes or whatever for Bromley, but it's Bromley, And a lot of those players still came off the bench. Tonali even came off the bench, didn't he? So, yeah, listen, it's one of them ones where we need better squad depth. We need to be able to rotate players. And we need to sell players because of this ridiculous FFP world that we are living in. Transfer-wise, so Juve would be a great move for Kelly as well, let's be real, swapping black and white for black and white. I think Juve, until this recorded video, I haven't seen the Italian results this weekend, but I'm sure Juventus were unbeaten so far this season, but they were sitting in 5th, that may be in last weekend, so correct us if I'm wrong now, but up until then, unbeaten, but drawn all the games. When Newcastle World Cup years ago, loads of draws. So Juventus, very, very good team, big, historic, successful side over there in Italy. So that's a fantastic move for him. Do you know what I mean? Go and live in Italy. A few pepperonis and that, a few Moretti's. Sandra will tell you all about it. So, what a move that would be for him. And I could imagine him being up for that. Big European pedigree club. If we can get the money for him, I could imagine it being a good deal for all parties. So we'll see how that progresses. Another team might even come in for him. He's got options. There's Fenerbahce, Juventus. There's 1 or 2 Premier League clubs rumored to be interested in him as well, without officially making an approach or a bid. But Colin Romano, this deal is on. This deal could happen. Do you think it will happen? Let us know in the comments below. I think Kelly will leave this window if we do get that offer we're holding out for, a 15, 16 million pounds or euros, whatever you want to convert it as. Close to that valuation, I think we will sell. But time will tell. But there's only a couple of weeks left of the window. We are now on the 19th of January, Sunday afternoon. So time is ticking. Time to Newcastle improve their squad. Like I said earlier, we need some better options off the bench. We need some competition for places, and just what a boost it would bring to the place if you could get a new signing through the door in the next week before Southampton, or obviously definitely before the window closes. But looks like there's going to be some things happening, at least some outgoings, and hopefully some incomings to match. Cheers for watching, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Subscribe to my channel TV, and I'll see you on the next one.